welcome back to my channel. So we have such an exciting haul video for you guys today. I am so excited. I've been waiting to get my fingers into these packages to smell them, but I promised myself I would do a first impressions because I haven't filmed one in a while and I miss them, you guys. I miss them so much. I moved recently, so excuse the plain background, but I figured I would get this video out as soon as possible because as you can see from the title, it is a Black Friday sale. It is a Fragrancebuy Black Friday sale, and I'm announcing it now because it's happening right now. So after you finish this video, if you live in Canada or the United States, head on over, take a look. In my description box, I will put the details, the coupon codes, just everything that's going on for both Black Friday and Cyber Monday. There's different things for different days. I know for the Black Friday sale that's happening right now, like I said, there is a code to get 22% off, and there's also free shipping if you spend $222 or over. There's different things for Cyber Monday. Fragrancebuy always has amazing door crashers, and they also do this thing where you have to add it to your cart, but the first like 1,000 people usually can get like free samples and a whole lot of good stuff. So take a look. These are fragrances that we're gonna get into. I have 3 that I've heard talked about, and I've never smelled them, I've never sampled them, nothing. So I'm really excited to finally smell them and do some first impressions and get into it all. I'm gonna go in order of like, I'm excited for all of them, but I'm gonna go in order of like least exciting to the most exciting, but it's also the one I'm most worried about. So we will get into it. 2 of them are first from the house, kind of, and 1 isn't. So without any further ado, if you haven't subscribed already, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, all that good stuff and more, and let's get started. So we're gonna start with the easiest one, and that's Burberry Brit Sheer. I've had Burberry Brit before, and I finished it. It was a smaller bottle. I think it was a 30 or a 50 ml years and years ago. I kind of grew out of it, but I also finished it. I've always heard that people prefer Burberry Brit Sheer, and this was one of the fragrances that was on this like ridiculously good deal. It was so inexpensive on Fragrancebuy, so I'm like, now is the moment. It was 100 ml. Here's what she looks like. If I remember correctly, Burberry Brit looked like this, but it was more of like a tan brown. And this one's obviously got a shade of pink to it. And this has lychee, yuzu, pineapple leaf, which is a really interesting note. I don't know if I've seen that in a lot of fragrances. Mandarin, peony, peach blossom, pear, white musk, and white wood. So it does seem kind of like a fruity floral, but I have heard that it was better than the original Burberry Sheer, and I haven't had that one in ages, and I've never smelled this one. So let's get into it. I feel like, as you can see from the notes, and once I get into the other 2, you'll see why I say this is probably the safest option. Oh, immediately this is reminding me of like 3 different things, but I can't recall. Okay. Fragrance-wise, you're gonna have to give me a beat. Maybe by the time this video is uploaded, and in the comments I can update, but it's immediately reminding me of kind of a shampoo-y smell from my childhood. This isn't particularly shampoo-y. I mean, it's got a shampoo-y side to it, but I feel like it smells like those shampoos that were very perfumed, if that makes any sense. I hope you know what I mean, because I know exactly what I'm talking about, but it's those specific like shampoos that are very perfumey. That smells like this. It's got a shampoo-y vibe to it. It's quite tart of a yuzu lychee opening. I don't know if it's reminding me of a Toka fragrance, and I'll have to dig into my collection. Right off the bat though, I don't know if it's just so reminiscent of like a million other things. I'm really happy I got it because it was on such a good deal. And this, like I said, was, I mean, it was the safest in the sense that it was the least expensive. And it's an easy throw on kind of scent. It just has this sort of, which is weird because it's not in the notes, but it has this sort of like pink pepper addition to it that I wish if it wasn't there, I would like it a lot more. I don't know. I can easily see this being a lot of people's favorite though. It's got that kind of approachable, easy reach vibe. And I think my taste with a collection of my size is just progressed past this. But that being said, you definitely do need scents like this when you're around non-fragrance people or just out and about. And so I'm happy I've got it. But I really do, like, now it's just annoying me. I really need to dig into my collection and find out what this reminds me of, because there's at least 2, if not 3. Let me know in the comments if you've owned this or if you tried it and it reminds you of something. Yeah, it's so weird that pink pepper's not in this. I think it's a Toka fragrance that this is reminding me of. Anyways, that is Burberry Sheer. Burberry Brit Sheer, rather. Now we're gonna get into the 2 exciting ones. Oh my God, you guys, I've waited years to try these. I don't know why. Sometimes I put it off. This time I even kept putting them in and out of my cart. And finally I just went for them. So these, really, I have YouTube to blame. You guys talked these up. So I hope they're good. But we're gonna start with, first from the house, BDK Parfum Rouge Smoking. So this was popular or talked about not this year, but like a while ago on YouTube, and I never got into it. I think during the pandemic. I never owned any from the house. I was always intrigued by the name and intrigued by the notes, but also it just got built up and up and up, and I'm like, maybe it's not my cup of tea. So it's got a whole lot of notes: cherry, pink pepper, bergamot, heliotrope, orange blossom, tonka, cashmere wood, white musk, cashmerean, black vanilla musk, labdanum, and violet. It's got a whole lot of notes that I do love, and so I'm excited. I do like the box. I haven't even opened it, you guys. I like the box. The sliding ones are my cup of tea. And here she is, a red juice. Those OG viewers know that I love a red fragrance bottle. That's my favorite. I just love the way red fragrance bottles look, and I don't think I have a single red juice in my collection. So it's a beauty. I mean, bottle-wise, presentation-wise, I'm sold. I have such high expectations for this because I'm worried. Yeah, okay, I'm worried that it won't live up to my standards, or just, I mean, the hype, really. So we'll see. We'll discover it together. Thankfully, it sprays clear. But let's see. Okay. Hang on a minute. Okay. I'm starting to get it. See, immediately right off the bat, they did something else. Like, even if it's not my cup of tea, and this I think is, I'm getting really tired of fragrance houses just making the same fragrance again and again and again. And I get it. I have way too many fragrances for the average person, so that's bound to happen to me. But at least try, you know? Oh, okay. So this is not... I'm surprised this was so widely loved, because I feel like this has a definite niche quality to it. It's very... It's got like a kind of dark powder smokiness to it, which makes sense. The cherry isn't almond-like, and it's not kind of like cherry lip gloss vibes the way like Sweet and So Sweet are by Lolita Limpica. It's very dark and mature. The smokiness to this almost smells like as if it's the day after you've been by a bonfire on your clothes kind of vibe. Like, it's muted. It's there, but it's not, I don't know, it's softer somehow. It's powdered down, I would say. And there's heliotrope and there's violet and there's musks in this, so I'm not surprised, but there's a touch of sweetness, but I wouldn't say that it's a sweet smoky fragrance personally. But it just keeps it from getting bitter or too dark. I would say this is a unisex fragrance, easily. I like it. I don't know if it's what occasion I would wear this for, because I don't think it's like an everyday scent. But immediately I find it really comforting. I love bonfires, and it's not like it smells like a bonfire, but like I said, it has this kind of like day after on your clothes bonfire scent with some musk in there. It's the powderiness I love. I would have probably, just because it's me, preferred a little more sweetness, but I'm happy with where it's at. I'll have to see how it does performance-wise, because right now, I mean, I only sprayed 2 sprays, but I don't feel like there's a lot of sillage with it personally. It's sitting pretty close to the skin, so let's see. But that is Rouge Smoking by BDK Parfum. Okay, and the last one is, like I said, it's kind of a first from the house, but kind of not. I have never owned a Van Cleef Arpels like higher level, or the collection extraordinaire, I think is what it's called, fragrance. I do own 1 or 2 from their normal range, but I've never owned from their more expensive range. And here's what the box looks like. Very beautiful. I know that there are specific ones from this range that are people's cup of tea, and that they're everything. Vanille Orchidée is one that comes to mind. I've smelled that one. It sits so close to the skin. It is barely recognizable on me. I was blown away that it was so hyped up for the price tag and everything. So I didn't get that one, but they had kind of, these show up every once in a while in Fragrancebuy, so definitely take a look when you can, especially during sales, to try to get an extra deal. But I saw the 75 ml, I think they only come in the larger size, of this one, Bois d'Amande, so almond woods. And this is way more up my alley personally, based on the notes. I'm just worried it's got the same kind of like skin scent vibe. So the notes on this one are very simple: almond, lemon, cedar, Virginia cedar, vanilla, and musk. So I love every single one of those notes, every single one. So theoretically, I should love this. Here's what she looks like. Very beautiful bottle. And growing up, actually, even though obviously I never bought anything, I was a huge fan of Van Cleef & Arpels jewelry. I was just such a fangirl over that. So I'm really extra happy to have this fragrance in my collection. I do have, I think, one of the rings from Van Cleef & Arpels, their main range, and I just love their jewelry. So here's what she looks like. We will get into it. I'm gonna spray her on this side so she's far from the other two. Oh, I'm so excited. I really, really, really hope that it's not like Orchidée Vanille, because you guys, I could barely smell that one, and within 15 minutes it was gone. Ooh, hang on a second. Okay. Right off the bat, it's got a little bit of a L'Ange Noir by Givenchy vibe. That has almond sliver as a note, and this has almond, so it makes sense. But this is more, I get like a pretty strong cedar wood note already. This is more woody. And I feel like that is going to overtake the almond a little bit. I would also say easily unisex. Not a lot of sweetness, if any, in this. I mean, the only thing that could possibly bring its sweetness would be the vanilla, but I'm not really getting any vanilla in this. It smells like a really authentic almond and some pretty strong cedar wood, and I would say not bitter, but definitely not sweet, like a real true cedar wood note. Which makes sense. I mean, it's Bois d'Amande. This is perfect for, I think, winter. I mean, right around now. It's very in season. This is the kind of fragrance I want to wear, like, on my coat and my scarf and, you know, my mittens and my glove. Like, just, oh, I love it. I'm really getting into the colder seasons this year for the first time ever. Fun fact about me, I hate cold weather. I certainly hate fall. And I feel like I got into fall this year for, you know, yeah, the first time in my life. And I'm trying to embrace winter, and what better way to do that than with fragrance? So I really like this. It's certainly stronger than Orchidée Vanille. I don't know yet about a lot of sillage. It's certainly stronger than the Rouge Smoking in terms of sillage, but I'm not sure about lasting power. However, I will say, and this is usually a good indication, is how kind of oily the fragrance looks on your skin. This is incredibly oily because it's going to have more, obviously, of those fragrance oils. Like it feels as if I have put on like a dry oil, which is a good sign. Be careful around, you know, silk or things that would stain with oil, but on your skin and cotton and stuff, it'll be fine. Okay. Love those. We are going to put them in order just right off the bat. I don't even think I need to think about it because, yeah, I think it's like a clear win for me. So the one I would put in last place, ooh, it has changed. Okay. The one I'd put in last place is Burberry Brit Sheer. What I will say though, is as I was talking about the other two and just moving things around, the pink pepper vibe to it, thankfully, diminished a little bit. I would still say it's an easy reach. It's a safe fragrance. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of just a no-brainer type scent as long as you're okay with that pink pepper vibe. Even though I know it's not in the notes, it's the best indicator for, yeah. You know what it is? Ralph Lauren Romance. That's what it reminds me of. Yes, Ralph Lauren Romance. If you like that, then you'll like this. Take a look on Fragrancebuy. You'll get a good deal, and you can get 100 ml. That's the kind of vibe it gives me. So that's in third place. Now between Rouge Smoking and Bois d'Amande, it's a little bit more difficult, but I think I would know like which one I would reach for more. I maybe like them equally, but I would reach for one over the other. So in second place, I'm going to put Bois d'Amande. I just think it's got less of a sweetness to it. It's quite a true to the notes kind of fragrance. And so I love it for what it's going to be. And I'm really, really, really excited to wear it this winter. Don't get me wrong. But there is just something, sometimes the hype is real. And I don't know if this hype will stick around. I don't know if this will be a forever love, but Rouge Smoking, I guess it's like that cherry. It's like it got this like cherry vanilla vibe to it that's a little bit medicinal. And I think that's what's making it more of my favorite, is because I love a medicinal scent. It's doing things for me. It's going to be the one I wear today. Like I'm just going to, yeah, it just makes me happy. It must be the medicinal aspect to it. I love this one. Definitely check out Rouge Smoking during the sale. If you've always wanted to try it out, recommended for me. The hype is real. Just note that it does have a little bit of that medicinal vibe to it that I know not everyone is into, but if you're into it, then you're into it, like me. So I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. Leave me in the comments below which one of these fragrances you've tried or you'd like to try. Let me know if this reminds you of any other fragrances other than Romance by Ralph Lauren. And I will see you next time. Bye!